Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is that you know that this is the geometric mean based on the theorem that we discussed in class between 9 and 7. So you would have that 9 over x equals x over 7. So x squared equals 9 times 7, which is 63, and x equals the square root of 63. Now I've drawn all the three triangles here, and what you have is this triangle represents that one, and then this triangle right here represents this one. What I did was I drew this right here, and this side is the 7, this side is the x, and this is the hypotenuse, which is c. And then you have this big one. This is the hypotenuse of the big triangle, which is this triangle right here. 9 and 7 is 16, which is why the hypotenuse is 16. And then if you have this triangle right here, you need to flip it and then kind of move it. So that side is z and this side is y. So again, if you had looked at this instead of what I did earlier, you still see this holds true. Because in this case, if I had drawn the triangles x over 9, x 7, those correspond to each other right there. So now I'm going to substitute the x's for what I found already, which is the square root of 63, and this is the square root of 63. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to find another one of my variables. So the other thing that I can do is, if you look, this right here, the y and the 9 and the 16 and the y, are also going to correspond to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle them real quick so that you see that they're in the same sides of the same triangles. So now I can write that as another one. So I'm going to write that as 16 over y equals y over 9. So you're going to do that and you're going to solve. So y squared equals 144. And so your y equals 12. And now you can write that into your triangles as well so that you have that there. And then using that information, I need to still find z. Now, I don't have to use that information actually, because what I can do is I can use another one of the given information, which is this side and this side right here. See how they correspond to each other on those two triangles? So you have the z over here and the z over here and the 7 and the 16. So I can write that as my proportion, which is 7 over z and z over 16. And you get 7 times 6 equals 42, and then 11. So 112 equals z squared, and z equals the square root of 112. Now in this case, you do need to do the prime factorization, because I don't know what the square root of 112 is. So I'm going to do the prime factorization, and I'm going to check that. And 11 divided by 2 is 5, and then I have 12 divided by 2 is 6. Divided by 2, that's 2, 8. Divided by 2, that's 14. Divided by 2 is 7, 7, 1. And every pair, 1 comes out. So I have that z equals 4, because I multiply 2 times 2, and the 7 stays inside the square root of 7. If that doesn't make sense, please send me another email and I will try to explain it a little better. Thank you.